Hello student, we are going to study the respiration in organism. This is your chapter 10, class 7 science. So we are going to study what is respiration. So the process by which living organism obtain energy for various metabolic process like digestion, excretion, respiration. So this is called the respiration, or in other words you can say oxidation of food is called respiration. Do you know, in 1 minute we take 15 to 16 times breathe. In breathe, one cycle of breathe, inhalation and exhalation is involved. The process of respiration is very good example of law of physics, and that law is called law of thermodynamics. What does this say? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be converted from one form to another form. For example, in the photosynthesis, you know that solar energy is converting into the chemical energy. So in this way, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be converted from one form to another form. Now we are going to study the types of respiration. There are two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, in which oxygen is involved, it taken place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration do not require oxygen. Without oxygen, in the absence of oxygen, it can be performed the respiration process. In aerobic respiration, end product is carbon dioxide and water. In anaerobic respiration, end products are lactic acid, alcohol, and carbon dioxide. Aerobic respiration provides large amount of energy, and it take longer time to release energy. But anaerobic respiration, it is faster process but provide less amount of energy. Now, in the aerobic respiration, glucose combined with the oxygen give out carbon dioxide, water, and large amount of energy. But whenever you are running for long time and your muscle do not get sufficient amount of oxygen, that time your muscle produce lactic acid. So that time glucose is directly converted into lactic acid and it produces carbon dioxide. What is fermentation? Some microbes produce ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide during anaerobic respiration. So that process is called fermentation. Now, what are the uses of fermentation? First is, by the fermentation, we can produce alcohol, which we can use for the beverages and medical, for example, medicines, etc. In bakery, yeast is mixed in making pizza, bread, etc. Now, in the breathing cycle, it completed into two processes: inhalation and exhalation. Intake of oxygen is inhalation, given out of the carbon dioxide is exhalation. Now we are going to study the three parts of respiratory system. The airway, it starts from nostril. Here you can see nostril. We have nose. Nose have two openings. These openings are called nostril. Nostril leading to the nasal cavity. Then these nasal cavity open into the pharynx. Pharynx is a common part of digestive system and respiratory system. Now this pharynx open into the box-like structure. This box-like structure is called larynx. Larynx is also called voice box. Now because the name is voice box, so it produces sound. Next, you can see this blue color structure in the diagram. This is trachea. Trachea is long tubular structure. Here you can see it is provided with the ring-like structure, and these ring-like structures are made up of by the cartilaginous structure. Now question arises, why it is covered with the cartilaginous structure? So it do not allow to collapse the trachea. With the help of trachea, air can move downward. So therefore it is provided with the cartilaginous ring. Now next thing you can see, this trachea further divided into two bronchus. Here you can see bronchus, right side bronchus and left side bronchus. Now bronchus open into the lungs. So this is the structure. Now we can see the lungs and the respiratory organ. So bronchus open into the very flexible, soft and spongy structure. These are called lungs. Bronchus further divided into bronchiole. Here you can see this is the structure of bronchiole, and then these bronchioles are open into the small sac-like structure. These rounded sac-like structures are called alveoli. So what is happening in alveoli? In the alveoli, exchange of gases take place. Now here you can see lungs. Lungs are covered with the rib cage. This rib cage is bony structure, but inside lungs, it is also covered with the small membrane, and this membrane is called pleural membrane. This is very thin membrane. So pleural membrane provide protection to the lungs, and both lungs are protected with the rib cage, bony structure. Now here you can see this structure. Left lung is slightly curved. So left lung is slightly smaller in size. Exchange of gases take place in the alveoli. Muscles participating in respiration. Here this structure you can see, this is the diaphragm. Diaphragm is important muscle of the chest cavity or thoracic cavity. This cavity is called chest cavity, or this is also called the thoracic cavity. So intercostal muscles are present in between the ribs. These are the ribs, this white color structure, these are the ribs. In between the ribs, they have the intercostal muscles, which help the diaphragm to contract and relax. So due to the contraction and relaxation of the diaphragm, inhalation and exhalation take place. How do we breathe? So one cycle of breathing involves the inhalation and exhalation. Now what is happening in the inhalation? In this diagram you can see these in between the ribs, they have the intercostal muscles. These contract. Ribs move upward and outward. Diaphragm contract and get flat. In this way it get flat and increase the size of chest cavity. Whenever chest cavity increase in the size, so air pressure decreases and the air from outside, it move inside. In this way, inhalation take place. In exhalation, opposite to these process, what is happen? Intercostal muscles relax, ribs move downward and inward, diaphragm become U shape. Here you can see the diaphragm, it become the U shape and then decreases the size of chest cavity. So because size of chest cavity is decreases, air pressure increases. And whenever air pressure increases, it want to move outside. So what is happening? Air rushes out of the lungs. In this way, exhalation take place. Now we will see the respiration in animal kingdom. In this planet, there are various types of animal, and all animal have the different organ. What organ? Respiratory organ. So lungs, gills, spiracle, trachea, these are the organs. First of all, we will see the lungs. Lungs are found in the higher animal. Higher animal like human, bird, snake, bear, deer, etc. Gills. Mostly it is found in the aquatic animal such as shark, fishes, etc. So gills are present both side of the fish. Here you can see these are the pink color structures are gills. So it is found both side of the head of the fish, and bony fishes have the gills, but these are covered with the covering, and these coverings are called operculum. When water enter in the fish's mouth, gill extract oxygen and send it to the bloodstream. Then gill collect carbon dioxide from the blood and it sent to the mouth, and from the mouth water spill out of the body. So in this way, inhalation and exhalation take place in the fishes. Moist skin. Some animal have the moist skin. With the help of moist skin, they can take the exchange of gases. For example, earthworm, frog, toad, sea snakes, etc. Trachea and spiracle. Some animal have many opening all over the body. Like here you can see these openings are called spiracle. Here tiny openings you can see, these are called the spiracle. And this is the structure of grasshopper. In cockroach also same kind of structure is available. So what these spiracle do? They take oxygen and then send it into trachea. Then from the trachea, carbon dioxide move out of the body through the spiracle. So in this way, exchange of gases take place in the insect like grasshopper, cockroach, etc. Now we will see the respiration in plants. First of all, through stomata. So plant take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide during respiration, but during photosynthesis, they consume carbon dioxide and give out the oxygen. Plant respire all the time, daytime and at the night. But during the photosynthesis take place only at the daytime. Plants have tiny pores, which are called stomata. It helps in the exchange of gases. These stomatas are found upper surface or lower surface of the leaves. Then stomata is guarded by guard cell. Here you can see this yellow color structure is called guard cell. And inside the guard cell, they have the stomatal pore. In the guard cell, they have the chloroplast. These chloroplasts help in the photosynthesis. But these stomatal pore help in the exchange of gases. Now the size of guard cell, it help in the opening and closing of stomata, and it regulate the size of stomata. Here you can see in this structure, these guard cells help to open the stomata, but in this structure, guard cells are closed, they are flaccid, so it do not allow the exchange of gases. Through roots. Root need to breathe. Now you must have seen at home when you are putting extra water to your potted plant, plant cannot breathe and they stop growing properly. Some plants grow in the saline soil. Saline soil means salty soil such as mangrove tree. So hence their root come in the air above the soil and they breathe. Here in the diagram you can observe what roots are doing. They are coming out of the soil, and in this way they fulfill their requirement of oxygen. So if you like my video, subscribe, like, share, and comment. If you have any query, you can write in comment box. Thank you very much.